はい、皆さん、こんらいです。天界から来た雷神こと雷神小太郎です。はい、ということでね、今日から、社会の闇を知らない雷神が、社畜になるゲーム、ザ・スタンリー・パラブルをやっていきたいと思います。このゲームはですね、とにかくナレーターがうるさいです。はい。と聞いてます。はい。ということでやっていきましょう。音量は、ちょっと待ってね。今音量流れてないよ。現在の時刻。ちょっと待って、こういうのね、正確に入れたいから、AM じゃねえよ、PM か。の、9時31分、2分にして、いいか、1分で。はい、確認。ロート入ってるかな？入ってない。待って。始める前にちょっと一言いいですか？どうぞ。ゲームを受け出した時に2回ともちゃんと解き伏せてしてくれてありがとうございます。そうね、1回ちょっと試しにやってみたんだよ。1回目。で、今のが2回目だね。ほとんどの人はこのステップを真剣に、あ、そうなんですね。彼はただただ、12時のままに切れげてしまうのです。でも、あなたは実際に時間を合わせてくれましたし、私はそれに感謝している。いや、それはどうも。それってあなたがこの体験を大切にして、ちゃんと注意を払ってくれているってことだと思うんです。はい。あわかった。オッケー。そうだ、こうしましょう。あなたは協力的ですし、どうせだったら次にこのゲームを起動して、この画面が表示されたら、あなたの一番好きな時間を設定してください。どうぞ、セットしたい時間を好きに選んで、正しい時間でなくても構いませんよ。あなたがちゃんと協力してくれる。おお。よし、じゃあそろそろゲームに戻りましょうか。OK。おもろいな。もうナレーターが面白い。はい。じゃあスタンリー・パラブル。ちょっと待ってね。日本語設定になってる。これ音量大丈夫かな？ちょっと待ってね。音量。ちょっと大きいか。ちょっと大きいかもな。これぐらいでどうだ？これぐらいで一緒。今始める。The end, isn't it?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
今コントローラーなんでね。おお。すげえ。高速移動ができる。あ、ちょっと俺コントローラーの方がいいな、これ。待って、今操作方法。OK。 あ、オッケー。なんか、掴めたりしない？
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. 今のがなんかゲームのあれってことね。オッケー。これがシャーム。すいません。429番はいない。泣かないですね。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
あ、確かにね。
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
じゃあ20回 ?1、2、3、4、
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks is good. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
5週来たんじゃないそろそろ。
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417はどうだ ?417。あ、これか。ちょっと音量さ、どうだろう。音量ちょい上げるか。ちょい上げて。これぐらいにするか。417を何回だっけ ?20 か。
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437、437。437。あった、これか。数回ね。
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415どこだこっちだ。16だから15。
Now, back to door number 437.
137。ちょっと待って。ナレーターがとてもうるさいですね、このゲーム。あ、これか。違う。437っつった
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine.
これか。
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417。おい。417。
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
どういうことこれか。あ、こう
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
こっちだったな、確か。17だ、これ。
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
435回ね。430。いくぜ。4、5!
We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
めっちゃ
Oh,
達成したんだ
you
けど、
really earned it,
実績。
Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
まあ、それな。あ、ごめんなさい。会議室って言ってたよな。会議室どれ？かへんのかい。会議室どこだよ。でもこっちだろうな。会議室じゃないの？これだな、絶対。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
あ、一旦下側か。それキーボードな。ああ、これ会議室だ。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
上の階のオフィス。お、開いた。
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
いや、俺はこうするぜ。
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
いや、俺はここにいるよ。理由を見つけます。あ、これかっこいいね、このレンチ。
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
やばい、何もかも見通しやん。
Are you really still in the broom closet?
お前で
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
なんでだと思
Please
う？
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
お前より上に行くためや。
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
いや、俺はまだいるよ。まだいるよ。少なくともあと2分はいる。
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
今何分だ？ 45 分までいいよ。
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
下行こ なかったわ。
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside his head. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
あ、これさ、もう俺喋れなくね。うるさすぎて。
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
は？おい、またこっから？
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
うるせえ。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
配達系なんだね、スタンリーの仕事は。
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
No.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
まさか。おい。これ何？ローディングが入るってことはさ。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
あなた今回従おう。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hello, where are you? なんもないわ。おどういう状況これはこのパンダの画像は。おー、来た。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
5
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
おお、すげえ。
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
マジかよ。
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Mind
door that
control.
read Mind Control Facility.
こっちか。押せってこと？
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
ああ、これか。
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Fired. 首。
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be
234
true.
号室が
Had Stanley really been under someone's
234号室
control
が
all
怪
this
しい。
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
234号室か。
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
どうやって？あ、順番に押せってことか、多分。3だから違う。あれ。4がどこだ？
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
おお、いった。
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh. Pet the game. エンディング何個目だよこれ。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
まだ全然あんだよなこれ。マルチエンディングどころじゃないわ。ベリーマルチエンディングだこれ。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
$200何号室だったっけ？234号室。ちょっと待ってね。234号室。234号室って多分もうこうしたよな。
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
いや、こっち行くぜ。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
あそこ入れそう
There's
じゃね
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Blue
door.
door?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door?
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on. And that, hey, I nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got, hey, I nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got, hey, I nearly forgot. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got, hey, I nearly. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
これを4時間やったでしょ。血が狂いそうなんだけど。いやー、クリアしたいけどな、この4時間。嘘でしょ。最高2時間半ぐらいなんだけど。もうすぐにやめたいわ。気が狂うわ、こんな4時間やったら。 直に言うよ、もうやめたい。人が来るまでやろう。俺はやるよ、人が来るまで。誰かコメントしてくれれば、俺はそこで終わるわ。しばらく無音になるかも。なんせ4時間やるんですからね、これを。いう時間やんな、もしかして。メタとかじゃなくて、本当に見たくない。時給ないんだろうな。10番ぐらい欲しいな。 マジでやるかな。あれ俺これ何のゲームだっけ。赤ん坊を炎から守るゲームだっけ。なんかもうまだ10分も経ってないな。嘘でしょ。静かだな。
Good to see that enthusiasm. Keep it up, Stanley. Just 3 hours and 45 minutes left to go.
まだ3時間45分。あ、でも45分。マジか。15分だったっけ。疲れた。 そうだ。あれ俺今日何やってんだっけ。スタンリーパラボルって鬼畜ゲーだよね。あ、違う、社畜ゲーだよね。これ今何やってんだっけ。これをあと3時間45分ほどやるんだよね。 け本当に。目的すら忘れちゃったよ。4時間やるんだよね。いおりくん。本来です。簡単に言うとですね、この赤ちゃんを火から守るように、タイミングよくボタンを押すんですね。この作業を約あと3時間30分やるんですね。分かっていただけたでしょうか？いやー、簡単なお仕事。まあだから計算としては、明日の午前2時には終わる予定だね。音量大丈夫かな今更だけど。そうだよ、3時間。これを3時間やります。時間的にちょっと20分ぐらい巻き回してくれると分かるんだけど、ナレーターがそう言ってるよ。俺大丈夫か？よかった。まあしばらくこの絵が続きますっていうか、もう多分この後この絵しかないね。正直に言うともう気が狂いそう。ゴールドエクスペリエンスレクイエム食らったみたいだわ。これがレクイエム。正直ね、
Okay, so clearly you're in it for the long haul. Although I find it hard not to believe you're simply running a program to click the button over and over automatically, which kind of ruins the point of the game, don't you think? Wouldn't that take the art out of it? You can tell me in your post-play test analysis.
正直言うと自分でも頭おかしいんじゃないかと俺自分でも思ってるわ。配信終わる時間15分過ぎてんのか。なんか頭が痛くなってきた。わかるよその気持ち。俺なんてとっくにもうなんでか耳が壊れてる。こうするじゃん、音消えるじゃん。俺まだ赤ん坊の声するからね。もうね、寝てくれ。俺ももう寝たい。もうそのまま寝てくれ。もう頑張ってくれ。もうゆるくも俺はなんか頑張るわ。頑張ってくれ。もう頑張ってくれ。もうそれは寝てくれ。俺はもう何してるのか自分でもよくわかんなくなってきた。これが果たしてゲームなのかどうか怪しいぞ。もう 1時間半以上経ったか。このゲーム移動できるんだ。静かだ。
Just popping in to say hi.
I hope you weren't expecting more regular intervals of commentary from me, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're here for the game, for the art, for the endlessly spiraling sense of pointlessness and despair. Yes, this is what drives your every action. Keep clicking that button for hope, for freedom, for science, for love. Don't ever stop.
殺すぞ。
You heartless bastard.
What?
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
この地獄から解放されるやった。
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
おお、いいじゃん。
Ah,
いいじゃん、いいじゃん。
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your crater. Perhaps for some sort of
あれは俺
twisted
ガチでやる
erotic
時間やるつもりだったよ。
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there. Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
このゲームって何？FPS とかやっぱ。
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
あかん。それはあかんわ。俺これ知ってるよ。俺このゲーム知ってるよ。これあれだよね。車でサッカーするゲームだよね。名前忘れたけどさ、これ確かエピックが出したやつだよね。ダメじゃね？あかんでしょこれ。いや俺はさ別に訴えられても知らないけどさ、いやさっきのよくわかんないゲームを4時間やらされるよりはマシだと思うけど、あかんと思うこれはさすがに。
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
俺やっぱサッカーするやつだね。
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's
サ
see.
ッカーでしょ？
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
まんまやん。ボールがまんまやん。知ってるな。やっぱ知ってるな俺。ボールまでまんまやん。
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
さすがに多いわ。見たことあるかお前このサッカーのこのボールの量のサッカーないだろ。
Are you enjoying
テニスでもないぞ。
Are you having
テニスはある
fun?
か。
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
おっと。なんか嫌われたんだけど。あかんでしょこのゲーム。あかんで一番やっちゃいけないよ。あ
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
あれを下手すら4時間か。やばいな。俺ガチでやるつもりだって、本当に。
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end
Chaos.
to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
ちょっと。オッケー、終わろう。もう俺はこれ以上無理だわ。はい。はい、ということで皆さん、どうでしたでしょうか。地獄です。このゲームは。何やねん、あのゲーム。あれを4時間って、多分本当にやらされるんだろうね。今回で終わりでいいよね、もうこのゲーム。もうね、疲れた。多分、今回もう、あれ、インパクト強すぎてもう覚えてないっしょ。どういうストーリーか。うん。いや、はい、ということでね、このシーンが面白いと思ってくれたら、ぜひね、チャンネル登録と高評価忘れずによろしくお願いします。明日から、あとなんか別のゲームやります。はい、ということで、また次回の配信でお会いしましょう。おつらいです。